have it like we said. Now Rusty Roster is going to be on the defensive side and GoHard on the offense. Mojo, what do you expect?
Honestly, I don't think Rusty Roster will go that offensive for the middle, considering they have E5. It's doable, we've seen it before. It's kind of risky and one-minded, but I think GoHard can defend against it easily.
It's going to be Diplomat playing that Lorraine RD, so not Niall. Kind of glad with that one. Now, it doesn't seem like Rusty Roster is going to be offensive here as Prosto already moving towards the hill.
I've seen Prosto do this kind of boost many times so far, but usually he was doing the back one, not this one. This is one of the newer ones, and he failed.
He failed it, but luckily enough, there's nobody there from GoHard to punish him for it.
Oh, that would be a pain for them. Niall managing to do a couple of shots on the crossing mediums from Rusty Roster.
There, now, Catch Me already taking a little bit there. But GoHard very spread control here now. Prosto might have another chance to do it, but he has to do it quickly.
Yeah, so far no one is challenging him, so honestly I don't think any single reason why he shouldn't. Basista and Figo and Catch Me are controlling the water. We've seen they can defend it really well so far. I think they were pushed once or twice and they never ended well for attacking team. And Pashka is doing a proxy from the boost on G5. Yeah, there we go, he's in a bush, so he will see if anyone is coming right there. So yeah, Prosto is climbing now.
Prosto made it up. Now Kaizu, can he make it from this side? Yes, he can. So well done. He's up the boost. Nobody really dared to punish him for it. Maybe Pashka might be able to land the shadow from a T49.
Yeah, it's kind of a problem about the spotting for Rusty Roster at the moment because they didn't even bother with trying to interfere with anyone boosting from that side. Many teams did so far, but not them. But Prosto is already in good position here behind the bush. So Kaizo cannot really deal with him without anyone helping him from other side. I don't know, I'm not sure can Diplomat even connect there. It's kind of a hard one.
Onto Figo?
Yeah,
Not
on
really.
Prosto, on Prosto.
No. On Prosto,
when he's
yes.
up in a bush.
In the bush, yes. If he's down, no. Then he would need to be in like E1.
And he cannot because it's too well covered. So that's not gonna happen.
Pashka, look at that, Mojo. Already lost his ammo rack. Not sure if he still has a repair kit left.
It's gonna be long reloads for him.
I mean, yeah, it's going to be very, very long for that T49. He does still have his repair kit left, so...
Maybe he's waiting to get
waiting,
checked.
yeah. Prosto and Kaizu now spotting each other out. Prosto has to be careful. Diplomat does have an angle from where he currently is. Probably not right now, though, with the hill in the way. Now, very tentative stuff here. Kaizu really can't do anything because he's constantly proxy spotted.
Yeah, they will see him anytime he peeks, so they can return fire. Pashka is not really in position he can shoot. There is no one below the hill he can deal with, so he could maybe harass Shevzheshenian, but then Prosto could just go on him. So that's kind of even-Steven kind of game.
Now, Diplomat is relocating, as you can see in that Lorraine RD there. And Kari Barry, might also know him as Killer Kid, seems to be his support, his battle buddy.
So there you go. As Daki said, Diplo will try to go around, get angles to shoot people below there. But so far, RT was not very useful. Also, if Diplomat gets spotted, it's going to be a problem for them. A big one.
Diplomat will probably position himself behind that lighthouse there. And after that, it's going to be on Prosto to dodge the shells as they come in. Now, all emphasis here for GoHard is going to be on Prosto. They want to dig him out. You can probably see already shells with it now. And 10 seconds come in to his position.
We've seen this position used by GoHard before. It's really efficient if someone wants to rotate through the water, attack you. He can clip out easily one or two of them, and it's really easy to connect. Also, when someone tries to run away after that, you get shots back again.
It's all going to be very vital if Diplomat can land the shell. If he does, though, going to be bad for Prosto. Shoots again. And there he goes! 1.2k by the RT. Like we said, Prosto is not safe there. That's the power of the Lorraine RT. It's what I've been waiting for as well. He is not safe. He is in a lot of trouble now.
What a connection. And he lost both commander and gunner. And he does not have a medic. So he's crippled till the end of the game like this. 2 out of 3 crew members are
He
dead.
can still get hit by Diplomat. Diplomat now has his shell available. If he takes down Prosto.
Oh, if he does, it's like a domino falling. They will just collide.
And there we go. Diplomat picks up Prosto in that artillery piece. This is what we've been waiting for. Finally, that artillery piece coming into effect here.
And we need to see what will happen now. Kaizo really needs to now focus out, and Shebzheshenian will be the next, because they will not be able to even see him now when he shoots.
Now Kaizu has entire control there. Finally, that Lorraine Arty, and again, Diplomat picks up Pashka now. The power of the Lorraine Arty is what I've been waiting for weeks, Mojo. Somebody calms that
There we go,
Arty.
Kaizu is going
you.
for the next cooldown position. When he does it, they will have a full control of the map. They can even just lower one guy on one cap and just finish off the game with such an ease, like it's a walk in a park.
Kaizu here, you can see this is the position that doesn't get used as much, but it's a great hold down as well. It's a different angle. Now, the counter push seems to be coming out slowly. Basista is not pushing up, but with so much HP down already, I'm not sure they can really do anything. And I think Diplomat might have a small angle towards Shebzheshenian as well.
2 tanks down with nothing to go for against. They only shot Kaizu once. It's not really a good day for Rusty Roster. Again, a bit of a passive play, and they did not anticipate Lorraine Arty at all. Though I remember you were saying about it like 5 times during the last streams.
I talked about it in the last 3 weeks, how Lorraine Arty on mines could change everything.
Honestly, Diplomat tried to relocate there once, but he was shot on the way. I remember that one.
This is the way that I was waiting for. This is the way that I want to see people break the camp. It's with Arty. You clear the under mountain. They can't boost. They have to push aggressive.
And look at this. Tiny and Kerryberry practically unspotting getting here. Rusty Roster just giving up entire map.
Catch me taking some more. Now Shebzheshenian, he's alone here. He's got out. Figo getting shot from the hill. Catch me as well. That E5 is in trouble. The Batchnuts are in trouble. Nobody from Rusty Roster is in a good situation now. Look at Shebzheshenian. That E5, the anchor goes down towards Kerryberry. And Tina here. Catch me gets tracked as well. Yes, they're trying to push the hill here, but look at the HP. 6k down.
Catch me didn't fire a shot yet, and he's on one. Basista is the only one with any damage he can output now, but what will he do once he finished off Dani there?
They have the hill, but Halu here, he's alone. The Batchnuts don't have reload anymore, and Suxika is waiting for them. The Gorilla will be the next target here. Tina.
Kerryberry took quite a beating here.
Yeah, but Halu shouldn't be able to pick him up as Suxika picks up Catch Me. Tina should be picking up Halu here. Halu has one more shell.
It's not even a question who will win the game after those shots. We're not debating that, but there is still a lot of damage done to GoHard. I was expecting them to do much more and run away with much more after that.
Now drop. Oh, I wanted him to jump. Suxika misses the shell. Think he will go down here to Figo. As he does, maybe Diplomat can pick it up from behind. Oh, the miss. Diplomat now gets spotted. Can Figo pick him up? Yes, he does. Making it a little bit closer. But now with only one shell left in the chamber. Kerryberry.
Yeah, he can actually deal with Kerryberry too.
But it is going to be Kerryberry to pick up the last kill. Now making it 1-0 in favor of GoHard.
Honestly, at the end it looked much closer than it was in reality. It wasn't close at all. It was just an optical illusion, I would say. Maybe GoHard being a bit too cheerful about all those connections, so letting it go instead of just focusing the fire. But still, the damage was done. Diplomat wrecked them.
If you're wondering why I kept asking for Lorraine Arty, or Arty in general on mines, hello. There we are.
Lorraine above M40, maybe for that because of relocation. Yes.
And the quick fire, even if you miss, you're shooting at bat shots. You could see 1.2.
Can you do that with tier 9? What do you think?
With tier 9?
M53, it has a really great arc.
Yeah, you could, but it's also pretty big. It's not as fast.
Yeah, you cannot fit him.
I mean,
you cannot fit him. You cannot fit him in that hole. That's the problem.
Lorraine is fine for what it is because he only needs 2 shells to take down bat shots. Because of the way the angle, they're always going to be pointing their turrets towards
It's
Kaizu.
not only that, he's kind of smaller, so it's harder to shoot him in that little hole. And M53, they might actually connect him.
Yeah. So let's take a look at stats. Also M53, I mean, you really don't need it for mines. He's only really...
But you know what's the good counter against that? You just need an RT and you just... if someone starts shooting, you can even trace him. There's not many spots he can do that from.
Well, there's a lot. It can spread out a little bit. There's a lot of, it's going to be hard to trace him still, but they're Halu trying to do what he can. And then we have Diplomat. No real surprise.
Diplomat won the game pretty much solo. Everything else was a technical issues. The rest of the guys just did a mop-up operation after Prosto and Pashka, 0 damage both, not even getting a chance.
Well, they got shot in the back by Diplomat, so pretty hard for them to do anything in that one. Now, we talked about it before. Rusty Roster looked okay on the defense, but now they have to move to the offense. And on mines, they haven't looked good so far.
Not best for them, not best for them at all. I would say they were always playing some slow games, and then they would try to make enemy more or less suicide on them. And if that wouldn't work, then they would just rush and hope for the best.
I remember always Basista sitting under that hill, trying to proxy anything for Pashka.
There was nothing.
There was nothing.
So if they don't change, maybe they should have seen some of the games Oops played. They had an interesting idea. Like if you lift the guy on that mountain when point goes always, and then if you combo that with RT, that can work. Plus some guys climbing up from the boost, that can work.
Let's take a look at the lineups they're moving forward here. Now, Mojo, what I'm still waiting for is somebody to boost somebody on A8 and rush to 1-2 line at the same time. Because that A8 position, it can wreck so hard if you're trying to reset.
Yes, but we never seen someone play so decisive. Maybe one game, but it was just rush. It was no boosting of whatever sort. At the moment, we don't know how many Rusty Roster guys even know how to boost. We know Prosto goes for them, and we've seen Pashka now do it in 49, but that's about it. I don't know how capable are the other guys. We will need to see in the future matches, or this one, I hope.
GoHard lineup can go hill, can also just decide to play defensive. Rusty Roster's lineup very hill orientated, maybe even 1-2 line.
GoHard plays pretty standard for a defense, but with 1390, maybe they will be spotting more toward the village.
Does seem like our game is ready, so let's get into it. The second round between these two, Rusty Roster versus GoHard. Rusty Roster now on the offensive side, GoHard on the defensive side. And what we're seeing so far, Mojo. Ooh, they're going middle.
It's an interesting one.
Because climbing at the same time.
I was really thinking 1390 will do a spot for hill climb. But they're just going to play... They're playing with two guys there? Interesting. Really offensive start from the Rusty Roster. I expected it to go because they had an overmatch. But look at this position from GoHard. This is really risky, but in combo with Kaizo, it could work. Kaizo took, how many? 2 shells so far?
Kaizo taking 2 shells so far. Indeed. Now, this is the trap from GoHard. Niall and Carrie Berry are just waiting for somebody from Rusty Roster to be, oh, they're doing the standard defensive. Okay, let's go boost.
Let's see how many guys from the Rusty Roster will actually go to the village, because if they go with more than 2, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Suxika is now moving there as well, so they need to send 4, pretty much.
But they don't know that, because they haven't seen them yet.
This could be really
there is 3 of them coming. It's going to be a big fight in a village. It's going to be a big fight here.
So far, Rusty Roster is sticking together. I like it. It's going to be very vital that all 3 of them stick together. The fight will be in the city here. Basista gets spotted, Prosto gets spotted. There we go, the first shells coming out. The crossfire from GoHard, and Basista is already out of this one. Now Prosto, he doesn't know what even happened. He'll be the next one going down here as Niall picks it up. And the plan from GoHard in full motion there, in very swift motion. Taking down 2 bad shots from Rusty Roster.
We already said this is a team, very talented team, and this is a nice idea how to play the mines on both sides now. A brilliant trap, and even though Rusty Roster came with more tanks, they even didn't get a chance to fire a shot, because Kaizu from the hill was shooting, those 2 guys were shooting, they were already aimed up and ready for this kind of rotation. Reading up Rusty Roster before they even start to move.
Rusty Roster were read like an open book pretty much in a library, and look at the rotation there already from GoHard. They realize what's going on. Danny is giving them a lot of intel from that G2 position. This is a very, very swift rotation from Rusty Roster, but GoHard matching it blow for blow so far.
Danny will probably fall here, but it doesn't really matter if they connect those shells. It's all they need. Not so much. Honestly, Pashka just taking 2 shots and Figo. Oh, Pashka's getting wrecked now
Pashka
as we
is on
speak.
track. He goes down to 167 HP. Not looking good here at all for Rusty Roster.
Did they even spot Danny? No, they
I
didn't.
think Danny was spotted driving into the bush though.
They should be able to kill him then, but he's still alive. Very much alive and kicking.
You see, they know exactly where he is. They're just not hitting him.
Too much.
Now Rusty Roster is
Yamto is
in
gonna
a
be the
bad-
next one, I would say, in this.
I mean, most likely, yeah. Diplomat taking some as well in that gorilla. Just trying to take down Pashka here.
Catch Me is the only guy who can cover Yamto efficiently. They know that, so I think they should just press him, because it's only one clip of TV.
Oh,
Sergej Shernian.
Diplomat. And Danny following up from the bushes there. They didn't manage to pick him up. He picks up the kill.
And
onto
Catch Me
Sergej
getting
Shernian.
wrecked from the all the middle side and the back.
And
And
GoHard.
Danny's going to pick up Pashka too.
Danny has to be careful. Figo is there as well, though. Danny, can he do it? Oh, he can pick both of them up now. Danny in
Come on,
the
Danny,
1v2.
superhero. Go, 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 go,
Danny
go.
in the 1v2. Can he do it?
Come on.
Oh, there's the
There we
first.
go.
Oh, and the low roll. Danny, can he pick up number 2? Danny? As he does! Danny!
Nice!
Close
Nice
round.
light carry. Light carry. Always wanted that.
Danny, the 2v1. Successful for him.
Invisible. 10 meters away from them, and they
I
can't
think Danny
see him.
was
They can't
spotted
hear him.
driving into the bush. And
Yeah, pretty sure he was. They
that's
were shot
the story
once.
of the round. Danny spotted driving into the bush, yet they didn't kill him.
And then he kills 3 of them.
Oh, that shot from GoHard, it was well.
That was really brilliant and
yeah,
fun to
Rusty
watch.
Roster matched it tank for tank, but the surprise was too much.
Initial salvo coming from them was -1 tank. Instant. The rest even didn't have to break or aim or whatever. They were already dying. That was really good to see.
And then the rotation from Rusty Roster, but GoHard, they knew, they saw, they countered.
Yeah, mines, we praise you for this. It was much fun to see. It was nice.
Let's look into the stats. You can see probably some bad shots up top. Oh,
Oh dear. Top 5 of them from the GoHard, Kawi Bawi, and Suksika on TVP, Kaizo, and Diplomat on Grill again. Very nice. Let's see. Prosto again 0.
Prosto, Batista.
Does anyone have him on fantasy? If he does, rip.
Don't think I do, hopefully.
I think I have Shebzheshenian. Oh well.
Danny, 491 damage, but 3 kills.
Idemo. Yeah, that's very nice. Tiny, he didn't even have a chance to fight. They were all dead before that. Poor guy, just running around.
That is the issue you get when a team thinks it's an ordinary mines, but GoHard throws in a little bit of variation there. It's what you get when every training you play against the lineup like GoHard plays, they sit in the base, they wait for you,
Yeah,
and then
it's
all of a sudden somebody changes it up. It's a habit.
It's a kind of a mind play you can always use with the standard lineup if you have a good idea. And they had a good idea. Idea is the base of everything, the spark of everything. It's really nice to see how someone performs around it. Every team that plays GoHard from now will actually have to...
Send 5 tanks to clear it.
We'll-
It's a one-time trick though.
It's not, because you don't have to use it in next 3 matches,
Sure,
and
but
then you can recycle it
nobody
again.
will never just go with 3 tanks there.
Yeah, but you can't always commit that many tanks. That's the
Just
problem.
saying. Now, let's go into our next map. It's going to be steps. We have the lineups ready. Let's take a look at them. Steps back. This is the Utopia Kazna played it twice, so that was 5. This is only the 6th time so far it's being played.
Well, it is the first time for GoHard, so we have no idea what will they do, but we already know they're quite skilled in every kind of trap and defense
RT
you
on
play.
both sides.
That's actually quite cool, because we know in offense it's really good. And so
defense
far,
it can work as well.
on steps, 100% attack rate
defending?
for everyone, 0% defense.
GoHard is defending.
No one won defense so far. No one won defense
I'm not
so
sure
far.
if I like RD. I kind of like the Rue on the Eastern Mountain.
Yeah, but no one won defense so far.
It's just because they don't play it out correctly.
Yes, but still. Let's see how the RT performs. It will be a great feat if they don't have to commit that much on one side because of it. Also, RT can deal with a lot of heavies that a lot of teams now implement. Yet initially everyone played just with mediums, so those boots were a problem. But now when everyone puts some heavies and RT, it's kind of a different story.
Still pick M53 and tier 9 bad shot.
It would be a bigger puncher for sure.
I mean, yeah, because the standard is now that you push the rails, the M53 would be able to do a lot more. I think.
Well, he would probably do more because he can splash. Lorraine needs a direct hit, and he's not a big hitter against the heavy tanks. But for this lineup, should do well enough.
So it does seem like our game is ready. GoHard currently 2-0 up. Rusty Roster need to come back onto steps.
Steps, the most open map in the league. The attacking team appears near the rocks at the bottom of the map, and the defending team starts at the top. Bases are located near the railway and on the green. The best way to control them is to use the lowland near the second base. The attacking team usually begins the attack from the rocks and the railway, but sometimes they can attack through the green. Teams often drag vehicles from flank to flank, so both teams usually pick light vehicles with a good camouflage rating, but sometimes use tanks with a strong turret and even SPGs.
There we have it, like we said. Artillery being played by both Pashka and Diplomat again. We saw the damage he did on mines. Can he do it again?
It's a more open kind of environment, not closed up as on mines. It's going to be a much bigger challenge for Pashka to connect here than it was there.
Now is Scary Berry, it's known as Killer Kid. Is he going to do the climb or is he just going rails? It's always a very important question here. Are they boosting? They're boosting Danny? Pretty sure they're boosting Danny. 95% sure Danny is being boosted by the 3 teammates.
But
there we go. The Lorraine RT used as booster now as well.
so they're not risking the Kazna fail.
Oh,
Danny,
oh,
Danny,
Danny.
Danny, are you doing it?
Oh,
Wiggle, wiggle. Don't fall.
oh, he made it. So,
Close.
yes, but that's a lot of firepower on that mountain for free, pretty much, because they still had rails control. So Danny being up there, it's a lot more effective than a Rue. It's
Yeah,
a lot more painful than a Rue as well.
But also RT can connect him.
Seen it before. RT, yes, it can connect it, but
And
now
when Bachat peaks in Rue, it's not the same because Rue can be unspotted in that moment and Bachat will probably get spotted.
now Danny spots Prosto, spots Shepcheshenian, so the ID is pretty much up here. And he's not all the way up. Ooh, Danny, if he gets spotted here, look how close he is still, Mojo. He has to sit in the bush. Now Danny, he's not gonna get, he gets spotted. Danny needs to get out of there. Ooh, that's very close stuff. Very lucky not to take any there.
RT really close there, so he
Now it's
has
an
a
issue,
good
though.
shot.
It's the real issue, because this position is not as good. Oh!
And there we go,
Pashka.
Pashka.
He's lucky that didn't pen, but still a hell of a lot of damage coming out from both artilleries already. But now Danny's position there, it's not as strong as the other one.
It's a problem now because he cannot peek as effectively and they can return fire. Also, they don't have to do much. RT can just grind him down. They have to do a counter push and they are lower on HP.
Diplomat is on reload. We said it before. 13 seconds. He will not have the shell available. There needs to be a response here from GoHard.
Danny has only one.
It has to be Danny. Takes one. He's going to take the second here. Danny doesn't reset. 2 seconds left. 1 second left. Diplomat doesn't have the reset. And it will be Rusty Roster to pick up their first round on steps here.
We were saying Bachat versus Rue.
Bachat versus Rue. But that's because he was too slow getting up.
He even had a help.
No, I mean the
I
actual
know, but
driving
he even had a help
Yeah, but he
in a
failed
start.
it the first time. That's 5 seconds.
So this is the second match, guys, we've seen in 2 days on steps where people who fail the climb in defense lose the match instant. Back to the school.
It's a lot of pressure there to perform those boosts.
Yes, but we've also seen quite a lot of players performing them.
Yeah,
So
I mean, it's
if-
something you have to be able to do in matches like this. You're
Honestly-
expected to do them at offline
honestly,
finals as well.
If you want to send someone there, you need to send someone who is able to do it, if not 100, but 95% sure. You cannot risk with someone who may fall like this, because this is a game changer.
At least steps stays flawless.
Stays flawless and very short.
Nobody so far winning on the defensive side. It's
Dude, this is like third cap we had today. How many more?
again, we talk about it. Yes, okay, you bring artillery to reset. Sure, that's fine, all good. But after that, you have the issue. Your RT misses one shell. They cap the base.
It's RNGesus
You count
related.
too
You
much
cannot
already.
really count on it.
You
You
can't
must have
count
a
on
B
it
plan.
that
You
much.
must have a B plan. And the B plan was Danny, but he was not in his place.
Let's take a look at the stats though from that last round.
Oh, Figo doing the top damage of 1600. I mean, I didn't even see when the tanks managed to exchange some of these shots. Because more or less we've seen Pashka doing one shot, Diplomat doing one shot, and that was about it.
Yeah, Pashka landing one shot. That was crucial though, because Danny lost his driver there. And 60. But I mean, the stats really not looking into this one that much, because it isn't about stats in this one. It's about not resetting the base. It's about the fact that they counted too much on their artillery piece. The artillery misses one. Their plan B didn't work out either, and they had no other plans than that.
I was about that. They were even not in a position to push. They were just relying on those 200%, so they got in oops, fate, 100%. Sorry, boys. Gonna have to be better next time. Less exotics, more real plays.
Or better climbing.
Or better climbing. You get better points for that too. But never mind. Switching sides now.
Switching sides now. Now GoHard. They will be on the offensive. Rusty roster on the
Do you think we will see Artie again? Cheater. Cheater. I'm gonna do the same.
I was going to say no,
Interesting.
because GoHard's played with a lot of RT already so far.
Well, honestly, I can understand the GoHard side playing that, but let's see when the lineups come up.
Let's look at the lineups. No RD to be found here. Oh, wait, I'm wrong. I can't read. Lorraine RD is back.
So GoHard in offense with Lorraine Artie.
They've been very RD heavy so far. It's the third round already.
Yeah, but that can work for them. And we've seen also, though Kazna played with tier 9, Isne connected some shells and missed most in the start. But it was still very useful. On other hand, Rusty Roster playing defense with Object 416.
One of the things you can do with a 416, I guess, is put him in a bush and hope they blind fire above him because he's so low profile.
Yeah, because he's low profile, but he's also really easy target. And on this map, in defensive role,
maybe they'll boost
he
him?
has no cooldown. I don't think they will manage.
You can, if they use the tanks, they can do it. Like
Yeah, but he has no gun depression whatsoever.
he doesn't need gun depression.
You think he can angle tank
Yeah.
on those holes?
Yeah, you have a lot of mountain to work with where you can angle.
Well, let's see, because Danny didn't manage to angle himself at all.
There was not much angling to be done for Danny. Let's see, can Rusty Roster make it all even? Or is GoHard going to extend their lead into our fourth round here between these two? And as we said, it's going to be Rusty Roster on the defensive side, GoHard on the offense. Again, Diplomat playing that RT. So GoHard moving all towards the left. Now it's going to be interesting to see where they do decide to put the 416. So far, nothing particular I'm seeing, but it does look like they will send them to the bushes.
Oh my dear God, this will be a slow start game because GoHard needs to check up that 1-2 line to see is there any offense, see the 6th sense triggering, yes, no, and then go for the actual game. And
They're boosting a grill.
Pashka.
What? Okay.
Not.
Nope. Or not.
Or not.
That is.
Maybe try 2.
I don't think they're going to try again. Be too risky at that point. Where is Basista sitting? Which bush is he in? Because like looking at the minimap,
He's probably in that middle bush.
it doesn't even look like he's in a bush.
He's not in a bush, it's gonna be a real pain.
It's a 416.
Still, mate.
It's
What?
the 416. I told you. I told you he's not in a bush. I could see it. Okay. Let's start explaining, I guess. So one, he has Camonat, right? He has rations. This all helps. The thing about the 416 is standing. His camo value is really good.
Yeah, still, man, if someone pushes that
If
B-line,
somebody pushes, but
if someone pushes the B-line and he gets spotted, oh my God, people! Maybe again?
But yeah, if you were wondering why Batista is not AFK, he is counting that GoHard does not come close enough to spot him because the 416 camo value is insane. And as long as he doesn't move, he's fine. As long as he doesn't move, he'll be fine.
He's fine for a bit until someone actually peeks over the rail.
We'll see if it works out.
I don't know, is he even tall enough to spot someone going through the B-line? I'm not sure about that. It's a really low tank also.
Oh, attempt number 3. Third time's the charm.
Tam, 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 tam.
Third time's the charm. Let's see. Pashka, Pashka, Pashka. Oh, hey!
There we go.
It only took him 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
It's fine. GoHard gave them all the time they needed in this world. We'll see will it pay off, the dividend. Really passive game so far. A slow approach by GoHard. I was kind of expecting a bit faster one. Dani taking his sweet time here. He's not even spotted. They're really gonna let Pashka climb there for free.
Yeah, pretty much.
Holy moly.
Now I really want to see if this Basista thing works out. I just looked at the minimap and I saw that he was not in the bush. Now this will be the real first test, I guess, when Dani peeks over, if he can see him or not. I don't think so. I really don't think he can spot him. No, with camo net, rations, and a camo crew. No chance. Oof.
Oh, he didn't pen him.
Oh, but Shep Shashenian,
Is that an arty shot?
1.6k, that has to be arty. That STB. Diplomat, yes, he's on reload.
Oh, what
wow.
a shot.
Diplomat, they're showing us again why he is so good in that arty.
Masterpiece, master play by him today. Like, he's really wrecking Rusty Roster with that arty. And STB as a tank proving that it has a good gut impression, but no armor to follow it with.
Oh, Basista got spotted. Basista got spotted in that 416. He drops low. He should be going down here any second. As he does, they did found Basista. Once Dani pushed over.
As I said, I really don't think he can run away once he gets spotting. And it's easy to get spotted there.
Oh, Pashka is spotted though. Needs to be careful that Grilla can go connective there by the arty.
Seriously, this game starts to look like I'm hunting wabbits.
Now Pashka has to get out of there. Dani is in such a strong position right now and nobody really there to punish him anymore.
So Rusty Roster is doing the rotation from the south while their cap is being pressured and the grill is in no position to rest at anything. It's really questionable will he even survive. GoHard, all they have to do is just position tanks and wait for them to push, because those tanks are, I mean, catch me, he cannot do anything, so they just need to deal with budgets.
Now Pashka here in that gorilla, the rotation is still very slow. Diplomat should pretty much know where he is. So there goes another one. Not connecting that one though. But this rotation is very, very readable.
It's really easy to counter also, like the budgets of GoHard are in position 2 minutes ago for countering this kind of decap. And watch their health, guys. 100% all. They're not even scratched.
They haven't... Rusty Roster lost about 1/3, if not more.
They lost like 3k.
So pretty much 1/3, 1/4 of their HP already. And GoHard so far.
Prosto is going through the center. He's gonna meet a warm welcome there. The cap is boosted now by 2 guys. So it's gonna be more or less suicidal march for Prosto trying to spot this.
The cap does get abandoned here, so it's at least something going for him. But Prosto takes a few shells on the way out. Catch Me taking a few as well. And even more HP being lost in GoHard so far. Still didn't lose a single hit point.
So Catch Me now will probably be the next target for RT. He is in kind of defile there, so there we go, there is a miss. But he can go nowhere, and the butshots from GoHard can literally choose where to push, honestly. Shebreshenian is on one
They have
shot.
so many of them, they can just rotate
Yeah,
all
they
together.
can do whatever they want now, because they can even abandon those heavies, because no one can actually attack them. Pashka taking a few more shots.
Pashka taking some
Was that
more
Dani's HE shell that failed?
I'm not sure, but there's the first connection from Rusty Roster. It is going to be on Dani, that Grilla managing to land it. Look at that, Nile, Carry Barry,
The rotation is coming in. Nile and the guys will start the fight down on the map, and it will be a clash of butshots.
It will be a clash of batshots, 3 batshots versus 3 batshots so far. Now Figo deciding to relocate. He knows he can't really take this fight here. Yamto gets spotted, lands one. Prosto landing one to Carry Barry. Taking 1 in return, taking 2 in return. Prosto, that's a rock mate. Just about save it. Look at Catch Me. Goes down here towards Annihilator. GoHard only wanted to take that sudden part to take down that guy, but Carry Barry will probably go down in this one as he does, but still, GoHard with double the hit points at this point.
Figo has to go on reload, but 3 minutes till the end. There is not much that Rusty Roster can do here. It's all about GoHard. How do they actually want to end up a game? And I think they can even put Diplo in the cap while the
Figo
other
just
guys
got
are
wrecked
just
by
pushing
Artie.
them.
I really think Figo just got wrecked by Artie. He lost 1.4k HP in that bad shot. I'm pretty confident that was Diplomat.
We're gonna
Again,
stick his damage then because it should be well above 3k.
It should be well above 3k at this point. The 2 shots on Figo and Shepshashenian are already 3k. Pashka is still stuck there in his gorilla. It's been there the entire game. He has no driver, no loader, no gun.
Seriously, I vote for a light on that position above anything else.
Now triple cap going on. Oh, Pashka blind shot.
Blind shot
Blind
on
shot
Diplo.
on Diplo.
Revenge of the oppressed masses.
Nice shot there from Pashka.
I believe this is like die clicker, die.
Pretty much now.
It's all about. I mean, they cannot really be happy. This is kind of a condolence for them. At least Artie is dead.
At least we got Diplo. Still 20 seconds on the cap. I mean, time is kind of running low. There's always a chance here, Mojo.
Yeah, Danny is making a big target out of himself. He's like, yeah, shoot me, why not? Let's see, Prosto should spot the cap. Danny is watching on completely wrong side of the map. Lost in space
There's
a bit
the
there.
cap spotted, but Shepshashenian goes down. Prosto goes down as well. They have Diplomat's wreck to cover here with, and it doesn't look like the resets are going to come in. So it's going to be GoHard picking up their 3rd round here.
Yeah, pretty much decisive at the moment. I really did not like how Rusty Roster played this one. GoHard looked pretty well. That blunder from the last game, easy race, they just went on.
I was really hoping that Basista thing was going to work.
Yeah, but
I think they were counting, what they were counting on is that Basista spots if they peek the rail and the Gorilla wrecks whoever peeks.
Yeah,
but he bounced twice. He bounced twice onto Danny.
I understand that, but it's still an i7 and people approaching there can easily spot Basista. I think it was just a flaw in their plan. If you put a light tank on the bushes right a little ahead of there, you can
obvious.
still get...
It's
Yeah, but you still get your spots, mate. And
I feel if
416
Basista, if Danny gets struck by the Gorilla, that's 2 shots. That's minus 1.5k. Danny will never push over. And nobody else from GoHard will think about pushing over either because they know the Gorilla is there.
Honestly, if they wanted to do that, they could have done it with Ru.
Don't think so. I think it only works with forward 6.
Mate, Ru is also light tank and he can get the hell out of there much faster, that's for sure. Like he can spot the guy and just run away, instant.
Look at Diplomat.
4.3k almost. We're gonna run it up because he played so nice.
4.3k damage in that low rain. He wrecked Rusty Roster really, really hard.
Starts to look like a Rusty Toaster and not a Rusty Roster anymore. Yeah, being pretty wrecked here. 5 out of 7 guys for GoHard in the top.
Diplomat
Barely anyone
more.
doing damage except Diplomat, who was...
Diplomat did more than Niall, Kaizu, Danny combined.
And they didn't have to do
Almost
anything.
more.
Honestly, on Mines and here, they had to do nothing. Just let Diplo play Artie, that's it, GG. Well played.
You see, if you were wondering why last week I was saying Diplomat should play Artie, this is exactly why I think Diplomat should play Artie.
Wow, Kerryberry. He really wanted to shoot someone, but it didn't work out.
He did shoot a lot of shells, but didn't really connect
But
them.
he didn't shoot someone. He shot something, somewhere.
Terrain, mountains. Well, that is steps done and dusted. Now GoHard 3-1 up, moving into
Interesting
Himmelsdorf.
lessons can be drawn there. Don't fail the boosted defense.
Connect the IS-7 so your 416 doesn't get
Hide
spotted.
better from Artie when you're defending also. Doesn't work.
I really still feel if Pashka hits Danny, they will never push the north. And Basista never gets spotted. Ever.
If...
That's the kind of shells you need to land with the Gorilla though. Because of the elevated angle, it's not that hard to connect them.
Yeah, but it's still i7, mate. It's like if Bachat can bounce on certain angles, i7 can do it easier.
Where's the Gorilla?
Yes.
Yeah, you should pen those. There's no excuse.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, mate.
No excuse.
Doesn't work always. That's why RNGs exist in this
Well,
game.
he had 3 shells and he didn't connect any onto Danny. So
Yeah, also 416 overstayed, it's welcome. So let's just go and see what's going on now. Next Mapo.
let's take a look at the lineups we got here. FETD on both sides. No real surprises there. 183 on defense. Stage 2 on attack.
Well, GoHard is defending, if you're wondering, guys.
I'm
so
missing 50Bs in GoHard's lineup.
yeah, they are using 113s instead of those. So they're using Bachats and 3090 for rotation. Everything else is pretty much stationary, but it's enough. It's enough, I would say. If that 183 hits a shell, they don't need anything.
If
And Rusty Roster, a bit more cautious lineup, and instead of second butchers, that FVTD to dig out any
Pashka
trenching
gonna
up.
be playing that one, I
For
guess.
sure. I guess Diplo will play FV.
Diplo or Dani, but most likely Diplo.
And Diplo's going good on those damage dealers today, so he should stay there. But so far, Himmelsdorf more prone for attack, 60% by all teams. But in this case, honestly, GoHard is really good on attack. 100% of them so far.
GoHard, 100% on the attack.
100%.
100% on the attack. We'll see if they can keep that up. Now moving into our 5th round between these two. It's going to be Himmelsdorf. Rusty Roster is on the offense. GoHard on the defensive side here. It's going to be Diplomat and Pashka playing those FPTDs.
A lot of commitment there on the rail from defensive side. GoHard going there to spot out because Rusty Roster has rather fast lineup. They don't want them to allow them to get any foothold there. They can easily come back. And you already noted, GoHard sometimes like to leave that E5 alone on the cap. And we can see him A5 there. He is sitting. A lot of teams could just blind play against it. But at the moment, Rusty Roster does not show any intention for that. This is really aggressive play.
Halu here in Abacha just decides to drive forwards and goes down already. The first kill, very easy here for GoHard. Halu pretty much sacrificing himself in that one. Diplomat still has the shell ready in that FPTD. Doesn't decide to pick it up so far. Now these bad shots from GoHard could be in a lot of trouble here. Figo has to be careful from that FPTD. Carryberry is out. Nile go only one left. So, I mean, if they kill these bad shots, maybe, but it still wouldn't be worth it.
They still bend all the shells. That's all that matters, and the rest of the team is coming.
So Nile goes down here. Carryberry needs some help in this one. Prosto did find an angle towards him. I don't think he's going to have the reload to kill him before Carryberry reloads.
No, honestly, I think Dani should start driving away from here and flanking a bit on Rusty Roster. Though he's only light tank, he can be really annoying instead of sitting there and pretending to be a shooter. Will Carryberry, he did not
he
get a
almost
clip.
had reload. Diplomat lands a nice one onto Shepsheshenian though, but Dani has to be careful. Iskarian peeking as well. 639 comes out of Pashka. And the HP now a lot more even than in the beginning.
Far more even, but at the moment, GoHard has better positions because Rusty Roster is stuck down on a rail and they can be sniped from distance if they try to return.
But Diplomat picks up Figo. He was pretty much still on half HP as that FVTD says bye-bye, 50B. Wow.
Well, Bastista is alive and he's trying to flank GoHard now with his 1390 or at least spot any kind of rotation. He can fairly deal with Daniek in one shot and he can be really, really annoying toward GoHard. He can even be a key for their victory if he plays well.
It's going to be important for Diplomat as well. Those 50B and if he can, Diplomat can one-shot every single tank in this lineup here. Nice shell from Dani there.
But Dani doesn't know where Bastista is. Will Bastista manage to cash it in?
He really should be able to pick it up. But Kaizu is now pushing forward. He knows Shepsheshenian is kind of left alone in this one. Slowly lining up the shot. Sees Shepsheshenian now. Bastista picks up Dani though, as we said. Kaizu though, picking up Shepsheshenian in return. It's now a 4v4.
Still looking good for GoHard. They still have 4 tier 10s in a play, but they have no eyes here anymore. But
Nice
Pashka
shot.
picking up shell for no need.
Nice shot there from Skarian between those houses. Now GoHard wants to press this advantage here. Can Pashka land the shot onto Kaizu? As he doesn't. 434, he didn't manage to pen that one. Now Catch Me letting his clip go as well. But look at the single shooters from GoHard. They're still on so much HP here. Catch Me is on reload.
Look also how they're covering each other. Always one is moving back so that one guy does not take all the heat up. So Catch Me is now in reload and Pashka is on one shot.
Tiny here taking a few in return though.
Oh,
Pashka is on off reload. He lands the shell here. Again, that's not a pen though. 1.5. Already took some before. Can Catch Me pick up Tiny in return though. Prosto drops low as well. Kaizu picks up Bastista. And it looks like GoHard, again, stabilizing in this round. doing well so far. Prosto should go down to Skarium here. Skarium manages to pick up the kill. It's all on to Catch Me in his
A bit
corner.
surrounded in that little hole of his.
Not much to be done for Catch Me in this one. As Tiny Kaizu, Diplomat from the back. Catch Me lands the first. Can he land the second? As he does, Kaizu, he could pick him up as well. But there comes Diplomat, and it's going to be Skarium to pick it up. Now making it match point for GoHard.
So 4-1 for GoHard. Really good play, I would say, in a start. Kind of suicidal play by Hallucinogen. Why did he go so far ahead of his guys?
I think he just wanted to drive behind one of the houses, but he got tracked.
Yeah, but that kind of driving.
I mean,
Maybe they will miss me if they're there.
I kind of understand, I guess, the goal of it. He wants to take a few shells from the bad shot, go save. The 113s come in. They can't get clipped by the bad shots. 113s clean up bad shot. GG, 2 tanks advantage. But Figo going down to Diplomat, it's pretty much what ruined that round.
Also, those two budgets actually managed to do full clips. I was watching, and they penned everything.
Yeah, even if, I mean, yes, sure, they penned everything. But if the 113s stay alive, it's still an advantage for Rusty Roster. Just because of guns.
Not so sure about that. And I think also if Danny played a bit more offensive with his 1390 and flanking from the start as he should have, it would be a better game also for GoHard because they would see any kind of movement earlier.
I think Rusty Roster would have won that round if Figo didn't go down.
Probably, yes.
So, still kind of worth it.
Maybe, but the play at the end, again, not theirs. And again,
Well, they were lacking clip. The single shooters from GoHard with so much HP.
They were lacking also positioning because Pashka got caught with his FV on the middle of the street for no reason.
Let's take a look at the stats from that last round, though. You can see here. Prosto doing a lot, but Skarium as well. Very even spread.
Prosto finally not doing 0 as on some games. I guess no arty, good game for Prosto.
Good game as well for Skarium. He landed some nice shells there. Kaizu, Diplomat.
I wanted to mention actually Skarium. I think he and Kaizu played really well in that combo. Pushing from that side, they really brought the game to the finish line as it should be. Covered each other's HP, all the angles. Played really well. I mean, even that shot from FVTD was drawn by E5 on intention by Kaizu. He wanted to be the target for that so other guys could push.
Shepshisheni and Halu.
RIP, my fantasy league.
It's fine, you stay behind me.
I know, you're always happy.
Exactly.
Happy ducky. So, where does it leave us here? Match point?
It does leave us with match point, but now Rusty Roster's on the defense though. So
They're actually doing good defenses on Himmelsdorf. We can give them that. So maybe there is still chance for them.
maybe there is a chance for them, but even then, after Himmelsdorf, it's Prokhorovka.
Let's stick with Himmelsdorf.
Stick with Himmelsdorf and take a look at the lineups we got here into our possibly last round. Gorilla for GoHard, FVTD for Rusty Buster, and he's going to have a lot of targets he can one-shot.
There is a lot of targets for them, but also we've seen this Grille perform in offense really well. Positioning all over the map. This is a fast rotational lineup by GoHard, but also Rusty Roster has a lot to answer with. This is going to be a big fight, and it's only a question, will these 1-1-3s be positioned well enough?
For me, the real key is going to be if the FE 4005 can land at least one shell.
If he lands one shot on those guys, it will be a blast.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be a full one-shot. It's just 1.8 or something. Could make the difference, but it does seem like our team's all ready, so let's get into it, into our possibly last round. It is going to be Himmelsdorf again. As we said, going to be here, Rusty Roster on the offense, GoHard, Rusty Roster on the defense, GoHard on the offense. And Mojo, what do we see for a start here?
Pretty standard. GoHard going really aggressive toward the rail with this setup, but I think they will do just the spot thing.
Restart. It looks like one.
I think I saw the timer bug on one of the observers.
Not sure what it was for. Maybe lags.
I don't know. I don't know because I think I saw like 9:30 on one observer and one was on like 9:50.
So it does seem like it is for lags.
So stay with us a bit. We're gonna be back soon with the game. Badaki, what are we gonna do with their lineups now?
I kind of favor Rusty Rosters.
Rusty Roster has better positions if they wanna hold down and counter attack, but on the other hand, Grille in attack can do a lot of damage there.
Yeah, I mean, sure, can do a lot of damage. It can be also very hit or miss. We've seen it before. Utopia, before it worked well, it also worked really badly.
We were wondering before, when you put a gorilla up on a hill, there was usually no one challenging them. Now we have an FETD. If he knows how to play his game and position well, he can pretty much deny him any position there. Now we need to see, will GoHard actually maybe play the field openly, more openly, which is not very good for FETD. He can be an easy target there. There is a lot of obstacles that can influence his shots, while Gorilla can even play with AP if he chooses whatever.
I think if anything for GoHard, it's going to be very crucial to make that FETD rotate. If they don't, it's going to be an issue.
If they make him move around, they can win the game. Also, they have faster setup, so if one of the Clippers manage to get shots on the flank of 1-1-3s, that will be a crucial one, because they cannot really go head-on with this. No way.
Head-on, Rusty Roster will beat them.
Yeah.
With the 1-1-3s, if he hits one shot, it's over.
So we're still waiting for our players to come.
Come? Just to get them to get ready.
Yeah, to get ready to come in the game.
I hope they're all there.
Wow, Lucky. You're a dirty old man, mate.
Huh?
You're a dirty old man.
What? I said, no, I just repeated what you said.
Okay. Never mind that.
So it is still going to be match point for GoHard now, but like I said, even if Rusty Roster wins this one, Prokhorovka being the next one, I'm not sure they can bring it to a tiebreaker.
Now, all their Prokhorovka games so far were based on trapping and more trapping of the enemy. If the enemy didn't do it, nothing worked. So kind of GoHard came prepared in this match. Score tells it all. It's 4-1, and even that one game was just a GoHard mistake. So otherwise, this would already be over by now. But we've seen teams come back from this kind of pit hole. So maybe Rusty Roster managed to turn out of range is a favorite in this kind of games. But we've also seen TWB losing 3-0 up. And, well, we have the game.
Does seem that like our game is ready. So thank you for sticking with us. Let's get into it. We said before, Rusty Roster on the defensive side. GoHard in the offense. Interesting to see what they decide to go for here. Niall and the other 50B, not sure who it was, are driving up there. If you're wondering, Scarium is going to be the one. If you're wondering why they do this, quicker 8 line, and you can also land shells into the field from there.
Kerry Berry is playing just defensive spot from the angle there, so he is not really going to commit. Basista trying to spot from this angle, it's not really good one, honestly, for that, because it relies a lot on a lot of things, even the tick of a server where you spot the heavy tanks. I've been trying that in previous patches, and it's not certain you will see the people driving from the church, not all of them, when you're spotting from there.
Look at the trap coming out from Rusty Roster, though.
And Basista is spotted, but there is no one to shoot him, unfortunately. But yes, Rusty Roster trying to trap and waiting for 8 line rotation. Might work. Because at the moment, I don't think GoHard is aware of that.
Doesn't seem like GoHard is aware of it so far. Sending forward.
Talking about the traps. Haven't seen a real trap by Rusty Roster entire match. Till now.
Now, GoHard has to be very wary of this. Don't like how far back Figo is. I think he should be closer. You know, making sure if Danny tries to spot through the field, kind of gets spotted.
I don't know. I really have a feeling that GoHard should not even play that much the 8 line here, because their tanks are just simply not meant for that. They can have an easy time going for more open game.
The issue here right now for Rusty Roster is Danny's getting a hell of a lot of info. So far he's cleared, nobody's in the 5 line. He's clearing the 3 line now as well.
Once he realizes that, he will know they are holed up in some corner waiting for them.
Didn't Rusty Roster before play with a nice 4 and B1?
Yes.
So that's, I guess, what they're...
Yes, El Nino was left there alone to be butchered by the enemy, and it did happen.
So maybe that's GoHard, but they're expecting Shepshashenian might be the one over there. GoHard could be thinking that. We obviously see that he's not there, but no way for them to tell that he's not. Very curious if they're actually going to drive into this trap. Oh, it could be so good. Could be so good.
Could be really epic, but I'm hoping like they will send Dani first and he will give them that info to save the tanks.
Oh no, there we go. Tiny now pushing forwards. Oh, Tiny.
If he gets to the sandbag and stops, it's fine.
Tina,
If he goes more,
they don't know. They don't know. They have no clue. Niall and Scarium, those 50 Bs are going to be in a hell of a lot of pain here any second. There we go. There's, oh, the proxy spot. No, the proxy spot. It saved them.
oh my god, I think Niall probably broke with his legs like on the ground below the computer.
Spot, but there's still the push though coming out from Rusty Roster. Oh, there we go. The 113 is coming around the corner here, but so far they land 2 shells. Niall, Scarium trying to clip as much as they can. They need the rest of GoHard to come.
Pashka's getting wrecked.
Pashka and the FPTD is getting blown up pretty much, but those 50 Bs, they're on reload now. Now come the 113s. Here comes the pain train, triple of them. And it seems like the trap, it might still work out. Shepshashenian picks up Annihilator. Scarium tries to run away. Dani goes down as well. And it looks actually good for Rusty Roster. Yes, the HP in favor of GoHard, but the tanks and the guns
I don't think
are not.
it actually looks for them, because unless Pashka lands a shell now, they will be in deep problem. There is go. Yamto is on really low HP. Oh, there is the connection we were talking about.
Pashka in that FP. Rex Kaizu, goodbye Gorilla. And now it is looking really good for Rusty Roster.
Now it's pretty much done with that shot. Pashka pretty much sealed the fate of GoHard here. The trap worked. And the recognizable playstyle of Rusty Roster comes into the play.
Hollow here does go down to Tina. Picks them up. Catch Me in return. Picks up Diplomat though, and the HP on Catch Me is just too much going to be able to deal with. Yes, Kari Barry has a lot, but it's a 50B and a bad shot, pretty much full HP.
It's going to take a really a lot of hard play from GoHard to manage to end this, and they lost Carium, so I think that's even dwindling now. Though the 2 guys there are with broken Amorex, at the moment it doesn't mean anything for GoHard.
We go here, starting to go head on with Kari Barry. Who's winning so far? It looks like
Kerry had more HP, and he's giving up.
He's giving up on the one-on-one. It's going to be Shepshashenian coming around the corner as he picks them up, now bringing the score 4-2.
We are still going to see that Prokhorovka.
I wouldn't say that the trap really worked that well because the proxy spot
Still,
kind
it
of
was enough of the overmatch. And that Pashka shot at the end.
That proxy spot though.
But he got wrecked on 200 HP. They knew where he is.
50B and Gorilla.
And they still ignored him. Okay, I understand the shot they
Kaizu
took.
stayed too long because he hit the shot already and he decided to stay on the corner.
I really don't understand that. I really don't. Because if that Gorilla was still in the play, this game would look much different now. He could have ran around the corner, and if they picked up that FVTD,
I mean, but
it would be a GG.
if he didn't hit Kaizu, he'd probably have hit Diplomat because Diplomat was just right next to him.
Yes, but still, why did they both stand like that?
Because they were trying to clip. There was 1-1-1-3 there. Kaizu landed the first shell, and if Diplomat landed the second, that'd be 1-1-1-3 out of the game.
Yes, and then one guy had a chance to instantly be here, other guy here, and they would still make a really hard time for Pashka to land anything.
I wish that trap actually fully worked. Like Niall, Sky,
the first guy going around and
yeah.
whoops, whoopsie,
just like drive straight around the corner and be like, oh.
But they really had a lot of luck there, I would say. But still, we're in a match. Let's see.
Still in the match. Let's take a look at the stats from the last round. Catch Me there in the 50B. Very even spread. I mean, nobody particular is jumping out right there.
It's a pretty good game by them. It's most of the trap guys are there in a top damage dealing, but we have a lot of GoHard guys there. A lot of them, but it just didn't work out well enough for them. Pretty much Pashka sealed their fate with that one shot, and I think that shot is the only thing he did the entire game. Yeah, Pashka, almost 1800. That's all the HP he took. One shell fired.
We said about it though, if he hits one shot before the game is over, I mean, where it doesn't matter anymore that he pens it, he could change it, which he did. That's the one shot they needed.
Kaizu also landed only one shot, and that's just not enough for a game like this.
It was very... I mean, Dani got a lot of info. He didn't see anybody 5-line. He didn't see anybody 3-line.
I don't really understand why didn't they guess this. Like, there was not many options.
Yeah, they got a lot of info. They saw nobody. Really, they saw Batista and that's it, I think.
It's a trap written all over the place.
They
must be in that corner where the streets are. I mean, why do you go head on?
To be honest, Dani should have driven down towards the K-line, checked from there if he gets spotted slowly but surely with like maybe Killer Kid in support.
And then just rotate the entire team except Grill. I would just leave Grill up there to shoot him in the back.
Then they would have known.
Yeah.
Well, it does seem like we're going to be seeing Prokhorovka. And it looks like GoHard is going to be defending first.
Okay. Not bad, not too shabby for them. Honestly, Rusty Roster, horrific record on Proco so far. Not the best map for them.
But they might be able to do it, though.
Maybe they will trap them, but how will they trap them in attack? That's the problem.
This is the map that Out of Range came back on against them.
But how will you trap a team against this? We've seen Rusty Roster
We've
push.
seen a lot of variations
We've seen
on
Rusty
trap.
Roster push here really offensively when Shepsheshenian got disconnected. That should have been their match point for 3 points and not 2, in all honesty. But that kind of push does not work usually. I mean, we see several clippers are all that's needed to stop it.
One of the things teams try or have tried before on different servers as well is where if the team defends 1-2 line and you know they are, they push 2-3 guys on the east, start the cap, and then everybody goes to clear the wall line and you leave like 4 tanks there and you hope you surprise them.
Well, we'll see what they have settled for us because I'm looking in their tank picks at the moment a bit, sneak peeking on Prokhorovka. Well, it's gonna be a rough one, honestly, with this.
Might be a rough one, but still. At least Rusty Roster, they're starting to come back a little bit.
They're not giving up. They've proven this before. They had a couple of rough matches, but they will fight till the end. We know that. And Basista is not a guy that wants to give up till the rest of the season. And I think they will have a good future here yet.
Yeah, we're going to have to see that. But now let's focus on the next round. Let's look at the tanks we got. Rusty Roster here. Double TVP and GoHard. It looks like the rounds might be switched around here. So Rusty is going to be defending. So GoHard submitted the other way around. Our apologies for that. A little bit of mistake there from GoHard. So they are going to be attacking instead, Mojo.
Okay, so GoHard attacking with a Waffen.
A tier 9 Waffen is good sniper gun. Maybe to hit
they're just doing that instead of using the grill, so they would have a tier 9 budget instead of light. Okay, why not? They still have a huge rotation and they have a cooldown 1-1-3s for that, so it's fine. Again, from Rusty Roster, I don't like those TVPs. Again, I think it's too much, and especially if they're left behind the rail, their turrets always peek out and they're easy target. The only good use is when they're doing a counter attack and someone like
they're only good for holding a position.
When someone careless like Mary peeks with 90 degrees E5 and gets clipped by 2 of them, then they work fine.
They work in 1-2 line if the enemy really pushes on you, but other than that...
Even their butshots are kind of superior, I think. I like the butshots because they're lower still weather.
I want to see how much the tier 9 butshot manages to... the tier 9 Waffenträger manages to do, but it does seem like our game is ready. Can Rusty Roster come back or can GoHard close it out? Let's find out as we go into Prokhorovka.
Prokhorovka, one of the first maps in the game. Teams start at the regular spawn points as they do in standard battles. Bases are separated from each other by the railway, so the defending team has to choose whether to send their vehicles to the left side, playing them in the centre, or to the right of the railway, occupying the hill and a part of the village. The attacking team usually attacks the first base. However, the teams often go for face-to-face confrontations, 7-on-7, in the hilly terrain at the centre. That's why both teams frequently use vehicles with good gun depression angles and sturdy turrets.
Hey, I know you were expecting a game, but it's going to be a restart.
Jack out of the box. We're back! Sorry about that. But again, some problems, and when we deal with them, the games will be back.
As I was saying, the tier 9 Waffenträger, I want to see how much you can do. I guess they're going to use him to snipe the heavies if they want to reset.
They just want, if they press the outer cap, they can use him to deny any kind of cooldown position for people who are trying to decap because it's really...
You can also leave him behind there. Really, the gun, quick shooting, very accurate, good alpha.
You think he can just spot, and if there is a rotation from mediums, he can connect 1 or 2?
I'm talking about when they push 1-2 line, and then they rotate back, and they know there's a heavy there, and they decide to drive to the rail, you can just easily pepper him in the side. Because somebody else has to spot, obviously, for him.
Yeah, okay, but I don't know. I don't like leaving Waffen that much alone.
But it's not a big sacrifice, I guess. I mean, we've seen when people put Ru there, right? That it doesn't really do enough for it to be viable. And tier 9 Waffen, it's a little bit of a sacrifice, but he could do at least 2k. At least.
If he spots well, and if he doesn't get spotted that easily well, because after the first shot, even single clipper can take him out.
Yeah.
So leaving him alone, I don't know. I don't think they will do that. I think he will more likely just be support for the group. It's kind of, he has written it all over the place. Also, their lineup is really offensive, so I think even those 1-1-3s can go in a cap while everyone else is supporting them. It's just their question how they want to deal with this, because
It's also a question how Rusty Roster decides to defend. If they decide to go to the east side over the rails, or decide to defend 1-2. Because that's gonna like influence completely GoHard's plans.
if I were them, I would play on the wood side against this. The only problem is if they push straight forward with 1-1-3s, that can be a huge pain. They can be a really huge
TVPs
pain.
are not going to pen that much.
Yeah, they can't. Only budgets can. TVPs must wait in a backline for
I mean,
their
unless they
minions
have
to
heat
push.
loaded instantly, but then still 1-1-3, it's very good against those.
Well, I'd hope to see what will they choose, but they have more mediums here. They should utilize it and maybe play aggressive and clear entirely one side before they do anything else.
Yeah, what we were talking about with Rage Quit, just clear the hill. It does seem like our game is ready now, so thanks for sticking with us. We get our round underway now. Like we said, Rusty Roster on the defensive side, GoHard on the offense. And where are they going to defend? Looks like a 1-2 line defense.
Dibs called it. But Prosto and Figo are actually secluding themselves and going on other side. Why would you do that? That's kind of strange, honestly, because it weakens them significantly. Pashka is doing really aggressive spot on the middle guys, so he will try to see if there is anyone approaching from GoHard, because it's going to be a signal that more or less entire team is there. Basista is doing a frontal spot for them, and TVPs are hidden in the back.
Seen this before. Now,
I don't like this because it's all over the place, and honestly, if they were pushed on either of these
well, I guess
sides,
the
they will already
TVPs
lose
are
the game.
here for initial shells, and then they will relocate. Because from there they have a better angle onto the 1-2 line. Because if they're in B2, there's the curve there that they can't really shoot that well.
I agree, but if they were pressed here over the rail,
Yeah, if they were just instant,
or
yeah.
just pressed on 1-2 line by entire team, they would maybe clip out, and that would be they would be dead.
I don't like somebody being in A0. We talked about this before. Not a fan. Takes them so long to get back in the game.
It's not only that, they would be dead by now if there was a push there. I don't know, this is kind of no defense for me, but GoHard chose to play slower. So again, Rusty Roster has a lot of time to deal with whatever. Wow, that was a close one, like a really close one. Basista probably felt even the air, like the breeze going next to him.
Well, we talked about how hard it is to clear the light out of these bushes here. I mean,
it looks like he's getting anxious. That was the second one, like grazing him.
We talked about it, like how hard it is, because you can't really spot the light if you look at the cheeky shell there from Danny to Pashka.
Hey, some damage in the game, yay!
Seeing as there's nobody, if you look at Basista here, has a lot of bushes. He can even move backwards, forwards, wherever he chooses. There's nobody to spot him, which makes it so hard to really clear out those bushes. And the ones that really only can effectively do it is the 1-1-3s and the tier 9 Waffenträger.
I would say by now GoHard is guessing they have a bunch of tanks there, especially since they've seen a heavy. No one leaves a heavy there alone without any kind of support from behind. I think they wish they had a Lorraine now. That would be pretty much a GG instant.
I still feel like there's too many tanks for now for Rusty Roster on that eastern side. Basista should be able to count the amount of shells that have come his way, and Prosto should have been able to push up. There's a push in F7 where you could just spot the rails from.
But he's been really passive, scared if there is any kind of a trap on the other side, because they didn't even try to check out the J0, H0 on the hill, so they have no clue. Maybe there can be 2 or 3 tanks, so Prosto doesn't want to risk anything. There is a push coming from 1-1-3s.
There's the push from the 1-1-3s. You look at those TVPs, we talked about it. They're not connecting shells so far. Tina and Skyrim full HP. This TVP's Halu has one more, and they've done 0 damage to the 1-1-3s.
Now they will actually have to cross to run away. It's a moment when maybe GoHard can do some damage there. So far, they managed to dodge all the shells.
So far, so good. As I say that, Halu taking a lot already over there in that TVP now. On reload, taking even more. We talked about it. It's a very easy hittable tank once it gets on the move. Minus 1.6k for their trouble.
He's now on one shot, so anyone can deal with him easily. Catch Me also getting wrecked, and a dead driver with no medic.
Catch Me here drops really low as well in his TVPs. That's both Halu and Catch Me effectively out of this game. And GoHard in a very good position here.
Nice connections by Catch Me here.
Barry taking a few there as well, but GoHard has a very dominant position in this one.
Now they have several tanks that are locked down from Rusty roster, and they're on one shot. They're a big liability. Also, Shepshishenian will fall in first push. They cannot really cover him that well, so it all relies on Bachats from Rusty roster, but they're far away and not the best snipers in the game. They need to start rotation, which will take them actually away from the fight. And there you go.
Still being spotted though as well. Now there goes Basista and the RU251, the first one down for Rusty roster. 4k HP down at this point. Tina just constantly peeking over, putting pressure onto Shepshisheni. And Danny goes down in return though.
I think this is beginning to look like an end for a Rusty roster. Too much split all over the place, not enough firepower there to stop them. And as you stated, TVPs are not the best tank to stop those 113s. Bachats would be, but TVPs not.
Prosto here should be able to pick up Carry Barry as he's trying to land as many shells as he can. Misses the second actually, so Prosto will be able to pick him up, but they lose Catch Me, they lose Halu in return. It's only 3 guys standing here for Rusty roster, and they still have double the HP GoHard being.
Oh, Kaizu is gonna actually get picked up, and he missed the shot.
But they have no ammo left.
Poor
oh,
guys.
actually they do. Figo had one more. My bad. As now Figo and Prosto both on the run, on the move, on the reload, getting chased by 113s.
It does look like Diplomat is not aware they're both on reload. I don't know why is he not chasing them, because he should keep them spotted permanently for those 113. I guess they don't have the info how many shells they fired.
You can see the 113's gun here on range. It's not the most effective one, but sets Figo on fire. That's the first shell out of 3.
It doesn't help that he has that gun also.
True.
A Diplomat is coming in there, so he's gonna try to proxy
he
the
can
bushes.
kill both of these alone, pretty much.
Yeah, it's still 2 shells against 1. If he doesn't finish up Figo really fast, then he can't.
Yeah, he needs to kill Figo pretty much instantly.
And he's lining up really well for that, and they're not even aware where he is.
And Prosto takes some more here as well. Both 113s managing to hit. There comes Diplomat from behind, picks up the first. Can he pick up the second? It's going to be Tina picking it up, and that will be GoHard. Closing out the match 5-2. That's the second 5-2 already.
Yes, it's been kind of faster matches today. We've seen some, I would say, failures. Not huge ones, but still failures from the teams that won. Mostly on cap, be getting capped. So Oops got capped twice, and GoHard got capped once. So that was not the best from them. Other than that, they performed, and we've even seen some new tactics here by GoHard, especially on mines. That was really interesting.
Yeah, both these teams trying a lot of new things. Those TVPs though.
No.
Talked about how on distance they did loot heat, but even then the 113 front, they really need to hit that lower plate, which they can't on long distance because TVP is not accurate.
TVP, 1 for support somewhere, sure. 2, it's just too much, and rotation, it's a rotation killer. You cannot really move around with them.
Stick